Welcome back to OT Sports. Today we got our Week 4 NFL game predictions. Last week was a very fun week in the NFL. This week should be very fun also. I just wanted to say if you guys are enjoying these videos, leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. It would really help us out and I would really appreciate that. But yeah, enough talking. I think let's just get right into it. So looking at the standings here from last week, I actually had the best week last week. I went 12-4. I did very well last week, and yeah, looking around, I'm tied for second right now. I put myself with the third place because the guy who was in second last week, so I just didn't move those. But yeah, I mean, looking around at the standings, uh, it's it's still pretty close. They're starting to become get a bit of a gap with first and last place already. I mean, you see an 8-game difference through 3 weeks, which is pretty crazy, but that can happen quick. Um, yeah, so I'm tied for second. We got Sammy in fourth, Matthew in fifth, Connor in sixth, and Jack in seventh, and then Jackson first, Ben second. Well, me and Ben are tied for second, but you get the idea. So I'm right there. So hopefully I can overcome that uh that 1 game difference and take first place. We'll see how it goes. Moving into our Thursday night game, we have 3 guys in the middle this week. We got the 2 usual guys, and then one our first place guy who usually sends me his picks before I make these, but he didn't this week. So, fortunately, or unfortunately, we'll have 3 guys in the middle. But we'll have some good splits, I guess, this week. That's a positive if you want. We'll have some splits. So, I don't know. So yeah, Lions Packers. It's in Lambeau, so I think that definitely helps out the Packers. I'm not sure if Aaron Jones is playing. Jordan Love has been looking pretty good. He had a nice comeback win against the Saints last week. I know that Derek Carr did get hurt, but still, I mean, he led the team and came back, so he's been pretty good. And the Lions got a nice win over the Falcons last week. The defense looked great. Aiden Hutchinson's looking like he's going to become a superstar in this league, so good for him. I'm not a super big fan of him since he went to Michigan and dominated Ohio State. And also, although as a Bears fan, I think the Lions are the team that I hate the least in our division. I think it would go Packers, Vikings, Lions. Um, I don't even hate the Vikings really. It's mainly just Packers. I feel like the whole NFC North gets along except for against the Packers. I just feel like everyone hates the Packers. But I'm gonna take the Lions here. I don't know. I feel like the Lions are a pretty underrated team actually. I believe they're 2-1 right now, and I mean I don't know. I'm taking the Lions. I think I'm not sure who's favored in this game. I can check. The Lions are favored by 1.5. Yeah, both these teams are 2-1. They're looking like the 2 best teams in this division. But I think the Lions are just a little better. I'm gonna go with them. Oh boy, we got the early game, the London game. The Jaguars. It's basically a home game for the Jaguars. They play in London every year. Uh, so yeah, basically a home game for the Jaguars. And the Jaguars have had a rough start to the year, starting 1-2, getting blown out by Houston last week. That was not too good for them. I feel like the Jaguars just need to get something to change, and I think maybe this is the change they need going into London. I'm gonna take the Jaguars. I think they're a lot better than the Falcons. The Falcons, they're 2-1, but they they just don't pass the ball ever. Ritter's not a very good quarterback. Um, he's definitely not their guy. The Jags are favored by 3. I'm gonna take the Jags. So far throughout the first 2, we got three on one side and and 1 on the other. See if that trend continues. Oh boy, this is probably the game of the week this week. Dolphins, Bills, man, this is a good one. The Bills are currently favored by 2.5. And I saw this, and I was thinking to myself, I really didn't know who to pick here. I was kind of leaning towards Miami, but then the more I thought about it, coming off a 70-point win, going into Buffalo, facing a good team now. Um, the Dolphins 3-0, they haven't lost yet. The Bills 2-1. I feel like these teams will split this year. Um, but yeah, coming off that 70-point win, I just don't think they can repeat. I mean, they definitely can't repeat that, but I feel like they're due for an off game, and I feel like this could definitely be the one. I'm gonna take the Bills. The Bills are a very good team. You could throw the first game out the window against the Jets. That teams look way different in Week 1 than how they do the rest of the year. Um, yeah, I'm gonna take the Bills. I feel like the Dolphins are due for one. Their offense has been the best in the league, and it probably is the best in the league. But I don't know. I feel like they're due for one. Maybe they come into this a little overconfident. Maybe they don't practice as hard since they just dropped 70. I don't know what it is, but I'm feeling the Bills in this matchup, so I'm over there alone. But I like Buffalo here. Bears, Broncos. You know a team is bad when uh, they're playing against a team who just got 70 dropped on them, and they are still favored to lose. That is this game. The Broncos are favored by 3.5. We got 2 guys on the Bears, 1 on the Broncos, and really I'm back and forth on this one. To probably the 2 worst teams in the league this year so far, at least. Maybe just for the whole year, these 2 will be the worst. I don't know if I see that, but so far these 2 have definitely been the worst. And man, it's hard. It's hard being a Bears fan. We thought we had our guy, and I don't know what happened. They look worse this year than they did last year. So I don't know. It's bad here in Chicago. We got coaching drama situations. Not even gonna get into that. Uh, I mean the coaching. We could talk about this. It's just bad. I think we need fire everyone. Luke Getzky, Eberflus, get them all out. Um, yeah, because Fields just they they just look worse than last year. I don't know how that happens when you trade for DJ Moore, when you sign Nate Davis, when you get Deontay Foreman, when you draft Roshan Johnson, when you um, add all those guys to the defense. They just look so much worse. With all that being said, take the Bears. It's at home. The Broncos look horrible, but I just this is probably a biased pick. I don't. This one I might switch. I have no idea what to do here. These teams both are horrible. If it was in Denver, I'd probably take the Broncos, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just trying to feel better about myself. I'm gonna take the Bears. Hopefully they can win. Man, if they can't win this game, they just I mean they're gonna draft Caleb Williams if they don't win this game. I'm calling it right now, so man, uh, I wish Justin Fields was our guy. Maybe he still can be, maybe it's the coaching. I don't know. But yeah, give me the Bears. Uh Ravens, Browns, 2 good teams actually. In Cleveland, the Browns favored by 3. Now, Deshaun Watson really hasn't played all that good to start the year. Um, and Nick Chubb is out. Amari Cooper's had a very, very solid start to the year. Um, I think Kareem Hunt will slowly get more and more involved back into this offense. Um, I think the Ravens are, for the most part, healthy. I don't know. This one I'm back and forth on too. I'm going to take the Ravens though. I feel like they've just looked like the better team. But these AFC North games, whenever any of these AFC North teams play each other, it's always a dogfight. You always know it's going to be a good game. So I'm gonna go with the Ravens. Though. I feel like they've looked like the better team. Lamar Jackson's been a lot better the past 2 weeks than he has week one, and yeah, I think I think uh, I think the Ravens get the Browns here. I just think they're the better team, but I could definitely see this one going either way. Next game, Bengals Titans. I don't really have much to say about this one. I think Jamar Chase is getting more and more involved into this offense. Hopefully, T. Higgins can get there. Joe Burrow's starting to look a little bit better. He still isn't looking too good. The Bengals usually do start slow, but I don't know. I'm starting to get a little worried about them. They're favored by 2.5. I think they should be able to get this win. Um, the Joe Mixon. I mean, you got all the guys on offense. It's just I don't know what's going on. I think the passing offense. If the Bengals don't have a very solid passing day, I don't know what's wrong. The Titans passing defense is garbage. Their run defense is probably the best in the league, but so I mean if you have Joe Mixon in fantasy, don't expect a huge game. But um, yeah, I think Jamar Chase and T Higgins should have very very solid games, each of them. And I think Joe Burrow should. This should be the game where he gets back into full form. Hopefully, if not, then we might have to worry. But I'm gonna go with the Bengals here. I'm gonna trust them a little more. Rams Colts, an interesting matchup. The Rams just coming off that loss to the Bengals Monday nights, and then the Colts coming off a win against the Ravens in overtime. That was a great game. Um, Now I think Anthony Richardson is still out to start this game. Minshew had a very nice game last week. Let's see. I think Anthony Richardson is questionable, so I don't. If he doesn't play, I'm going to have to go with the Rams. If he does play, if he plays, I'll actually switch this. I'll go with the Colts, but if he does not play, I'm taking the Rams. I just trust Stafford a lot more than Minshew. That's really the baseline. I mean, that's really the determination I'm making on this pick. The line is even right now. Kind of interesting. The Rams actually have a 56% chance to win according to ESPN Analytics. I'm going to go with the Rams here. Next game, Buccaneers Saints. Ooh, this is an NFC South battle. Two teams that are 2-1. Saints favored by 3, even with Jameis Winston at the helm, starting for the Saints. I'm actually surprised that they are favored in this game. I wasn't expecting that because Winston is starting. Yeah, he did not look good last week against the Packers. But you know what? I'm going the Saints for one reason and one reason only. I think this is the Jameis Winston revenge game against the Bucks. He's gonna let the ball fly for Olave, for Michael Thomas, for Jawan Johnson. Kamara's coming back too. I just remember that, so that's gonna be a nice addition to this offense here. Yeah, Jameis Winston's gonna let the ball fly. Um, she's a guy who will get 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Uh, so, Chris Olave, I'm expecting a big fantasy day for him. If you have him, I would for sure start him. I'm going with the Saints. I'm going by myself again. I think Jameis Winston has a bounce back game from last week where he didn't look good. He'll be prepared this week. He knows he's going to get in. He knows he's going to start. I'm going to trust him. I think he gets the revenge game. I think the Saints do it. To the Bucks. Commanders, Eagles. Yeah, the Eagles are just better. Sam Howell was atrocious last week. I mean, my God, he looked horrible against the Bills last week. Commanders' defense is scrappy, but it's the Eagles. They made the Super Bowl last year. they outplayed the Chiefs for most of the game. It's hard not to take the Eagles. They had a very solid game. Um, the Eagles had his last week against the Bucks, 25-11 win. The Bucks scored late in the game. It didn't really matter. Hurts and AJ Brown had big fantasy days for me, so I was very happy about that. I'm mentioning a lot of fantasy stuff this today, so I'm not a big fantasy guy, but I do play it. I know a decent amount, so you're getting the inside analysis, if you want to call it that, the OT Sports fantasy analysis. But anyways, yeah, I'm taking the Eagles. The Commanders aren't looking too hot. Give me Philly. Next game, Vikings Panthers, two 0-3 teams. Another 0-3 matchup here. We got two of those this week. I believe these are the only what do you even call it? Unwin. I don't know. These are the four teams that don't have a loss are both playing up against the other ones. So you got the Bears, Broncos, and the Vikings, Panthers. So after this week, there will only be two teams without a win. Vikings, Panthers. What happened to the Panthers last week? I forgot. Who did they play? Seahawks. Oh yeah, they played the Seahawks. They looked okay. They kind of crumbled in the second half a little, but they stuck around for most of the game. In the fourth quarter, it kind of got out of hand. Andy Dalton, I think, is starting this game. That doesn't sound too appealing to me. I think he is starting this game. I'm pretty sure Bryce Young is out. Maybe not. I don't know. I thought I heard something that Andy Dalton was the starter for this game. Even if Bryce Young's playing, I think this Vikings offense is very solid. I mean, it's one of the best in the league. You got Justin Jefferson, you got T.J. Hawkinson, you got Kirk Cousins, you got Madison, who won't stop fumbling. Yeah, speaking of that, the Vikings really need to clean up the turnover issue. That is what's hurting them. So Bryce Young is playing. I didn't know that, but it doesn't matter for me. Taking the Vikings, but the Vikings do got to figure out the turnover issue. I mean, it's just that's what's losing them games. They've been in every single game. They just got to figure out that turnover issue. If they can figure that out, they'll be a very solid team like last year. But man, yeah, I mean, if you want to go the fantasy route, I have Madison on my team. He's not looking startable because he keeps on fumbling and doesn't get in the end zone. But he did have a nice week last week, so I'll give him that, I guess. But I'm going to take the Vikings. I think their offense is better than the Panthers. And, yeah, rookie quarterback for the Panthers, still learning. Give me the Vikings and Big Kirko. Steelers, Texans. We got two guys on the Texans, and never thought I'd see that. Yeah, the Texans are looking pretty good. C.J. Stroud's looking like the best rookie. This rookie quarterback class is looking pretty good. Bryce Young's been decent. Anthony Richardson's been good. C.J. Stroud's been good. They're looking good. This quarterback class. And the Steelers are favored by 3. I think this will be a very close game. This is a sleeper game for game of the week. I think C.J. Stroud's been looking better than Kenny Pickett to start the year, in all honesty. And the more that I think about it, I kind of want to go Texans. I'm going to take the Steelers just because I trust them a little bit more. And I didn't take them last week. It came back to bite me. But yeah, I just don't know if the Texans can repeat that with the young quarterback. But I mean, they've been getting better every game. They had scored 9 in week 1 against the Ravens, scored 20 in week 2 against the Colts, and then And then this week, the offense just exploded. 37-17 win over the Jags. Uh, I feel like it's gonna start. I feel like it's gonna be inconsistent, their offense, just because of C.J. Stroud and because he is a rookie. But yeah, I'm gonna go Steelers. I think their defense is gonna give them a little bit of problems, and I think the Steelers' offense will be serviceable enough. The Texans' defense isn't anything too special, so give me the Steelers. Raiders, Chargers. Even though Brandon Staley is the coach, I'll take the Chargers. They picked up a win against the Vikings last week. Surprisingly, because it seems like they want to lose. They went for on 4th and like 7 from their own 25 late in the game. Don't know what that was about. The Vikings couldn't capitalize, but yeah, they need to fire Brandon Staley immediately. I do think they beat the Raiders here, though. I just think they're by far the better team. Unfortunately, Mike Williams is out for the rest of the year. That sucks. But, injuries are going to happen. You got to work around them. They brought in Quentin Johnson in the draft. Josh Palmer, I would expect him to get the wide receiver 2 spot early on. But throughout the year, I think Quentin Johnson can work his way into that role. I'm still going to take the Chargers, though. I think they're by far better than the Raiders. Sorry, I paused there. The Cubs, after losing last week on a dropped fly ball by Seiya Suzuki, just gave up a game-tying solo home run in the bottom of the 9th. So the Braves are now tied with the Cubs 4-4. Oh my gosh, the Cubs, man, they are pissing me off. Oh my, that's bad. Okay, anyways, jeez. Okay, so the Patriots and Cowboys, these are America's teams right here. The Cowboys and the Patriots. Oh boy. This is America's game right here. This might be America's game of the week. It's 3:30 game, so it actually might be. It actually probably is. It probably is this one. The Cowboys are favored by 6.5. I expect the Cowboy. And Cody Bellinger just gave up a double. Okay, the Cubs gave up a double with 1 out left. All right. Alright, Patriots, Cowboys, back to NFL. Give me the Cowboys. They're at home. They're a lot better than the Patriots. Give me them. Give me the Cowboys. This should have a bounce back week. I don't know how they lost to the Cardinals last week, but they should have a bounce back week. I'll take them here. Cardinals, 49ers. Like I said, the Cardinals somehow beat the Cowboys last week. And they've outplayed everyone they've played, really. The Cardinals have outplayed everyone they've played in so far in the year. They outplayed the Commanders week 1. They outplayed the Giants. And they outplayed the Cowboys. They're a sneaky team. Josh Dobbs is doing something. But yeah, they're sneaky. If the 49ers are without Debo and Ayuk, maybe. I would expect a huge game for McCaffrey once again. I would take the 49ers. They've looked like the best team in football so far. It's hard not to bet against them, especially against a team like the Cardinals. They're favored by 14 for a reason. Give me the Niners. Sunday Night Football, Chiefs and Jets. Yeah, this one's not a very good game. I understand why they scheduled it, because they thought Aaron Rodgers would be here, but Zach Wilson now. The Chiefs dominated the Bears as expected, and the Jets looked bad against the Patriots in a loss, 15-10. Their offense is atrocious. Give me the Chiefs. They should have no problems at all here. They're favored by 9.5. They might cover. The Chiefs might cover that spread. So Yeah, give me the Chiefs. Seahawks, Giants. This is one I was thinking about going Giants. The reason I'm taking Seattle is because I think the Giants have not looked good at all to start off the year. And they also don't have Saquon, I don't think, for this game. Now, maybe if he plays, I might consider switching this one, but even then, I might still also go Seahawks. I just think they're a lot better of a team. The Giants have looked bad to start the year. They got to figure some things out. I just don't trust them at all. So give me Seattle in the Monday night game this week. But yeah, it's gonna do it for us here at OT Sports. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed our Week 4 NFL game picks. We do this every Wednesday night. We also have college football top 25 rankings every Monday night, and then MLB videos every weekend, whether that's Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Just know it comes on the weekends. We don't really have a set date for those. Probably should, but we don't. So yeah, it's gonna be the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'd really appreciate it. As always, my X and my Discord are linked in the description. You can follow that. You can join that. Whatever you would like to do. Again, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you guys. Probably, I'm leaning towards posting the video Sunday morning before all the games start. The MLB I'm talking about. Because I just want to see if there's any like crazy wild card implications on the last day. If there is, that'd be fun. If there's not, I probably won't make a video, and I'll probably just do playoff predictions. But yeah, so that's what you can expect there. And yeah, that's gonna do it for me. Again, hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you guys either Sunday morning with MLB, or, well, you know what, you could probably just expect an MLB video next. That's all I gotta say. I'll see you guys then.